Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Pashangadeshatarine Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So here, Rupa Goswami is giving in this book, this is called Upadeshamrita. He is giving 11 advices. And if anybody follows his 11 advices, he will no doubt become a great devotee of the Lord. And his life becomes perfect. See, there is a goal. If the goal Rupa Goswami is having, if we don't have that goal, then there is no point in listening to the advices. Just like you want to become a doctor, somebody is giving 10 tips. You follow these 10 tips, you become a good doctor. So similarly, we want to make our life perfect. We want to become a great devotee of the Lord. Then there is a point in hearing these tips. Otherwise, it will be, will not be able to understand and appreciate. Unless there is a goal of any sort, no advice is having any value. So this is Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. There is another book written by Rupa Goswami. This is Upadeshamrita, instructions. For whom? For somebody who is interested to become a great devotee. The first thing we should be convinced whether I want to become a great devotee or not. Otherwise, these advices are no value. We cannot benefit anybody. And then he has given very nice advices. The second one, first one we did last Sunday. So the first one is saying Ati Ahara. Ati means more. So this is the cosmic creation in the creation of God. There is no question of scarcity. For every living entity, there is enough resources provided. More than what he needs is provided. And little effort has to be put in. I give this example 100 times. A bird in the morning gets up, it's a proper example, goes to the top of the tree. More than what the bird needs, fruits are there. How much the bird can eat. Okay. So where is Atiyara? Except human being, no living entity does Atiyara. Only we do it. The bird will eat as much fruits it can eat and it will fly away. That's it. So there is no shortage in any living entities except human beings. Nobody is starving except us. Or we have created some problem for other living entities. Otherwise, they say some living entity is becoming extinct. You go and study it, it is we who have done it. And there in the ocean we have thrown some concentrated chemicals because of which some fishes or some other entities die. We are responsible. Otherwise, for the God's arrangement, every living entity has enough supplies. Like Prabhupada used to say, today main anxiety everybody is having, economic trouble. How will I get more money? How will I make a house like this? How will I get a job like this? Actually, this is a proof of a crazy civilization. Because civilization means Shanti. And the basic requirements of life are, just I'm trying to first understand the basic philosophy. Our basic requirements of life are eating, sleeping, mating, defending. We and animals have them. An animal also has to eat something every day. Then he has to sleep somewhere. Then he has to find a mating partner. Then he has to protect himself. The same requirement human being is also having. Nothing so special about us. But animals are meeting this four requirement without as much anxiety as we are having. They are also having some anxiety. But civilization means our anxiety to get these things should be reduced, not increased. Today, how much anxiety every person is having. What complex economies we have created. Correct? Nobody has a solution also. They're saying India is now reducing, economic growth is reducing. What will happen? So much anxiety. This is a proof of why this is happening. And Prabhupada is explaining, living entity is a servant of the Lord. And the resources are given by the Lord for his spiritual advancement, not for any other purpose. Simple living, high thinking. That is for what the resources are given. Not to turn it around. Simply living and no thinking. No. And that is why the resources are given. Why the resources are given? Simple living, high thinking. So along that line, because Krishna has, this creation has a purpose, it's a demonic attitude to think this creation has come by an accident. It has a purpose. Even you have a purpose. What is the purpose? To realize God. To achieve the shelter of God, that is the purpose. To behave in a responsible way so that God calls you back into His kingdom. That is the purpose. Okay? We have misbehaved, we are crazy, and we have been thrown out of the house. And we are on the streets now. So my purpose is, understand my father is so great, let me be gentleman. So the father calls back, where are you? Better come back, come back. So Krishna also, more than we are eager, he is eager. But he is not going to keep ropes in his spiritual world. It disturbs other people. Just like a temple. Now here service to God is going on, correct? If somebody disturbs the service, we tell him, please get out, don't disturb us. Why you are poking your nose into others' business? Correct? Why you are disturbing? Like we are doing something, just like suppose you are doing something in your house. I come and start disturbing. We say, well, your guest, no problem. Why are you disturbing? You are doing something. If you don't poke your nose here, whole world is there. Similarly, Krishna's service you are trying to do here. The spiritual world is also like that. All the devotees are drinking the pleasure in service to the Lord. You have no interest there. Get out, no? Why are you disturbed? So nobody is allowed to enter there unless he is in harmony with the very existence of the spiritual world. So we have no interest in service to the Lord, it's a different issue. Provided you want to go back to the kingdom of God, nobody is going to force you. You have to make that decision. Then will Krishna call you. Where are you? Krishna is more than eager, but we have to be pure also. This Prabhupada says Krishna is very kind, but he is strict also. As soft as rose, as hard as stone. Whole life Krishna gives us the opportunity to advance in Krishna consciousness. But you don't take those opportunity, Krishna is hard as stone. Go back to animal kingdom. Learn. So it is our choice how we want to take the benefit. It is voluntary. Krishna is such a great personality, he will not force. But definitely, you cannot spoil his loving pastimes of the spiritual world. Gopis are all dancing with him. Why one of you, why don't you dance with me? Krishna says, please get up. You have no business here. We are here trying to create our own Rasa Leela. You want to imitate Krishna. Yeah, you stay here. This world is meant for imitators. For those who want to participate and understand that we are not enjoyers, Krishna is the enjoyer. For them, it is a spiritual world. For those who feel like Krishna should be the enjoyer, while I am not enjoyer, stay in this matter. Bhokta Ram Yajna Tapasa, Krishna is only enjoyer. So, how do we come to that platform? So therefore, their advices are given in Rupa Goswami. Last time we studied that there are different pushings of the body. Vacho Vegam, Manasa Krodha Vegam, Jiva Vegam, Udarapasta Vegam. There are pushings of the body. If you can manage not to be disturbed by the pushings of this body. Recently one boy was writing with me. He said, sir, I am about to get placement and I have so much anxiety. I should get a... So why you are in anxiety? No, I should get a good package. I said, see, that's fine. Where there is the college itself, see the reality first. We are, look, if not addicted, at least disturbed by numbers of vices. And we have no control over it. And when you are getting packaged, you will have difficulty to maintain even a basic level of sanity. This is what the reality. Agreed or not? Agreed. So your goal of life is package. Package or no package, your happiness will come when your consciousness is pure. Happiness depends on the consciousness, not on physical comforts. And everybody in this world is trying to become the richest man in this world. Not everybody becomes. Correct? It's a fact. It's a fact. Not everybody is going to become the richest man in the world. Only one can be the richest one. Others will be behind. And to a different degree, they may have money or no money. But if that depends on number of factors, how much a person will be rich. Actually, the main factor which is not visible to us is karma. Karma is an invisible currency. If you have that currency, you can purchase something. The visible currency we are seeing in this world is a shadow. You may have or may not have. You may not get what you want. Karma is the one which sanctions. Correct? You want a particular thing. When a sanction is there, you get it. When a sanction is not there, you don't get it. Actually, the real thing which decides you get or not get something is currency called karma. Karma is a bank account. Papa is another bank account. You get some suffering, that is also because you are drawing from some account. And you get some so-called happiness, comfort in this world, you are drawing from another account. These two accounts are independent, they don't cancel each other, that's the problem. They don't cancel each other. And there is another account, that is karma. Devotee is interested in not in these accounts. Therefore, Prabhupada is giving an example. He says that one man was there. This is in Purana, the story. He was a very rich man. And he did not train his children properly. Generally what happens, 0 to 5 years is the time where we give children freedom. But 5 to 15 is the time of training. After 15, whatever you see is a result of your training. Not much input is possible now. Because child is becoming a leader. He has to, for all practical purposes, independently think. If you don't train him, he will think independently, but wrongly. If you train him well, he will think independently, rightly. But Prabhupada also said, I want in this moment everybody should be independently trained to be independently thoughtful. The word training is there. But if you do not do training, then person is independently thoughtful, foolish. And you have to deal with it. Just like in a house, a child grows up, he'll become a great asset tomorrow because he's very responsibly, independently thinking. Even if you are not there, he'll manage everything very responsibly. But don't train him well, he'll become a burden or even a rebel for you sometimes. Any kind of problem will come by where you do not train him properly. Correct? So your own training, you see the result. Sometimes parents cry, oh, the son is talking like that. You only train. You have nobody to blame. You will see a child between 5 to 15 years. Anything father says, yes, yes, he accepts. You didn't train him. He is not listening to others, he is listening to you. So therefore, 50% power karma of the child goes to the parents. If the child breaks any rules and regulation, he may follow so-called law of the country. That has no value. Single law he breaks, he start drinking. 50% karma, parents have to take and go to hell for that. They have to go to hell for that. They have to suffer. He eats meat, go suffer. You know the punishment. And you illicit sex, go and suffer. And look at the reality today in the colleges. 90% of the students do that. And you know, when you look at small children, even at the smallest of the gestures they make in the right way, how much parents encourage. They wait actually till 20 years. Till 20 years, no child comes to a level of sanity. Actually, whatever they do is meaningless. Mostly, they are interested in just frivolous sports. Parent may have some value. Any gentleman will not give any value to that activity. Mostly frivolous. You know, call a sanity or some sober activity which is of any benefit to the society, a child below 20 years is not able to do. Now, they may feel hurt, a youngster, but that's a fact. Okay? He cannot produce one activity of benefit to the society below 20 years unless it's something extraordinary, which happens sometimes. Prahlad Maharaj at 5 years is extraordinary. Correct? How much patience parents have actually. This is just a spark. Because the parents' love for the child is because we are part and parcel of Krishna. Krishna has a fatherly love. We have a reflection of that. Our parents wait for 20 years, correct? Train, and they wait. Child is not able to. So the child is born, he does not even walk, correct? Everything is happening on the bed only. They're patiently waiting. Then he walks, he keeps falling. They're patiently waiting. Then he starts walking, but he has all this mischievous activities after that, which has no meaning actually. Running here, going 2-3 times up and down this stairs. Out of affection, love, we encourage it. But actually, on a practical viewpoint, if you look spiritual viewpoint, those activities have no meaning. In fact, it is like animal only. An animal also, when a child runs here and there, actually like that only. Parents are patiently waiting. Then after that, he starts his education, learning, Papa, Mama, something. Then again patiently waiting. 20 years of the child, parents are waiting for him to become a good boy. Correct? And the result today is 90% time, it's a failure. Then after that, child is not listening to us, and they try accommodating them. They know it is wrong what he is doing. Some parents were telling me, they went to visit their child somewhere, and I said, did you stay with them? I said, no, it's not possible. 3 o'clock they sleep in the night, and they're all bad habits. We cannot stay with them. Imagine how much pain the parents are having. 20 years of training, they're seeing went in vain. Correct? And it is today a reality 90% parents are facing. Not everybody, but 90% parents are facing. Because we see the reality in the college. They come from home at 18 years, already some disturbances there in the mind. By the time they go to the college, they're gone. All of them are dragged into vices. So this is the situation. Therefore, we have to take advice from the great acharyas. It's for our own benefit. So what is Rupa Goswami saying? He's saying Ati Ahara should not be there in the society. The life is meant for self-realization. For self-realization, Krishna has given enough guidance and enough resources. It's not that Krishna has forgotten how people will eat. Krishna has given arrangement for that. He has given intelligence how to grow grain. He has given intelligence how to take milk from a cow. You combine that, your ahara is over. But you are not satisfied with that. That is called Ati Ahara. You are not satisfied with basic requirement. You want to add. You want to add. And because of Ati Ahara, all the problems are started. The next prayasa starts because of Ati Ahara. Because you want more than what is needed for your body, you have to overendeavor. Suppose somebody is ready to live a simple life, he can live simple life even today by 8 hours working. Anybody. Nobody is starving. If he has basic intelligence, that much, even today's society, he can earn. But no, he is not satisfied. He wants some arrangement, some facility, which is actually more than actually what he needs. So because of Ati Ahara, more than what he needs. Correct? Because God's kingdom, you cannot find a fault. Some people say God is not there because some people are starving. You cannot find fault with God for that. He has given everything. But it is you who are more, just like sometimes, scale is scarcity is artificially created by business people in the society so that they can make a lot of money. They sell goods at double the rate. So that is called Ati Ahara. Or sometimes we go to purchase land, people are selling at double the rate. 1 week ago he has purchased, now he wants double the rate. What to do? Ati Ahara. Not needed, but people are greedy. Then prayasa. Prayasa means you have to over-endeavor in this society to get those necessities. And as if you are pure, you also want to live in artificial necessity. And this prayasa, over-endeavor, saps, Prabhupada says human energy is limited. It saps our energy which can be used for Krishna's service. Therefore prayasa is not good. You see to the people. No time. You tell them you read every day 1 sloka of Gita. They don't have time to read 1 sloka of Gita. You read 1 sloka of Gita, 2 years Gita will be over, sir. But your life may be saved because of that. Don't just read like that. Read the sloka, read the purport. Try to think, try to understand. Prabhupada said, don't read like a pig. Read and try to understand. And then, you'll have so many questions. How to apply? Why does Krishna say so? How do you understand that? That much he cannot read. Why? Prayas. Over-endeavor. And why over-endeavor is one of the other feature of over-endeavor? Prajalpa. Prajalpa. Hey Baba, why don't you read Gita? No, Prajalpa. He will watch TV for 3 hours every day. He will sit on internet for 4 hours every day. Okay? Prabhupada said these are all laughter of Maya. When Srila Prabhupada was in Vrindavan before going to America, there was a radio there. And we saw people sitting and listen. Previously, they used to sit and listen to the radio. Akashvani? Or what? Akashvani. And there was so much fascination also with the radio. They will not leave the radio all the time. Particularly cricket commentary. We used to sit and listen. Prabhupada says in that time, 1950, this is laughter of Maya. Because Maya has caught people like that. Later, if Prabhupada sees this today, where TV has started and all, I think India TV started when? Which year? 1970s? 70s? That's around the time Prabhupada left the world. He has not seen India addicted on TV. And he has seen that it's a big laughter of Maya. They say, LOL, lots of laughter. And then, now if he sees internet, that will be some other word you have to discover. Mad laughter of Maya. Well, how much Maya is laughing at us. Because she's able to do her business and easily enchant her. And people are not able to withdraw their eyes from that. Till the night, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, they get exhausted and whole neck and body is paining. They're not able to switch off TV or internet. This is the reality of today. Any youngster, if he's honest, he'll admit this is a problem. He cannot switch off his mobile, TV or internet till his neck is paining and whole body is paining and he's sick with pain and tiredness. He lies down. Why? Like this, Maya is laughing, is trapped him like this. He's a victim of Maya like this. Why? Prajalpa. What is going on? Is there one line on TV which is of any spiritual benefit to you? Zero. It's a big zero. Only Prabhupada says TV is not wrong. If Krishna is discussed there, that will become 1 plus 0. But because Krishna is not there, it is 0. There's nothing wrong with TV. Wrong is, Prabhupada said, no, chhodna nahi, jodna hai. So nothing wrong with 0. Problem is, it's not connected to Krishna. So similarly, there is nothing wrong with internet. That also you can use to spread Krishna's holy name. But when you enter there, be very careful. The amount of prajalpa happening there. Prajalpa means a discussion which is of no value, of any ultimate spiritual benefit to anybody in this world. Just like we were discussing in the Bhagavatam. When Parikshit Maharaj asked question to Shukadeva Goswami, what should I do? I have only 7 days remaining. Should I hear about Krishna? What did Shukadeva Goswami say? Variyam ekshate prashna. Your question is glorious. So anybody is asking this glorious question on internet, then it is 1 plus 0. It has become 10, otherwise it is 0. On a TV, Sas, Bahu, all serials, any question like that. So atyahara prayasasa prajalpa. Prajalpa means weapons of mass distraction. They are only distracting people and people are innocent victims. And they are utilizing, exploiting. And every time you watch a movie or every time you go to some site on the net, they are getting money from that. Most of the people now monetize their sites. And similarly, on the TV, they have a TRP rating. So every time they are watching, they get the serial is being watched more. So they get more advertisement from that. They are just using your weakness of the senses. This is called a dirty game. Just like in a boxing, what happens? When you know the cut is there, it is there. That is called taking advantage of other person's weakness. Correct? So they are not benefiting society. These people are making cinema or serials or internet or radio or magazines. All these Prajalpa people are not benefiting you. They are seeing your weakness and they are taking advantage. Therefore, why they will talk every time, any advertisement outside, you have to sell a car, why a girl has to stand next to it. They know he has a weakness, take advantage of it. If you want to sell a car, you should have an engineer standing next to it. I certify this is the best car. Correct or not? You want to have a dental product, so why you have to put a girl that's smiling next to it? No? You tell a doctor should be standing, senior doctor. I certify this is the best product. Even them, they don't know use. People are so dull-headed, they will not listen to doctor certification. They want to be cheated. So because they want to be cheated, cheaters are ready. So atyahara prayasasa prajalpa niyamagraha. So these three things we should be very careful, and then we should, if you want to advance the spiritual life, Rupa Goswami is saying, sincerely follow rules and regulations. True, everybody makes mistake. We are all weak in Kali Yuga. but we should not repeat the mistake. Niyama agraha. We should sincerely follow rules and regulations, then only we can advance. Marks are given for trying. See, we are all, Kali Yuga means we are in a condition where we cannot follow any rules and regulations because the culture is like that. So you have to come to the standard acharyas are given to advance in spiritual life. No intoxication, no gambling, no this. At least try sincerely, then Krishna will bless you, give you the strength. Without Krishna's mercy, you cannot do this also. You cannot do anything actually. So try sincerely. Krishna will give you mercy. Just like the example of the fish trying to, or the bird trying to empty the ocean. When Garuda came, it could empty the ocean. Another example, the ocean took away the eggs of the bird. So the bird started crying, told the ocean, return the eggs. The ocean did not listen also. So she said, okay, I'll empty the ocean. Bhagavad Gita, Purport Prabhupada given that example. So the bird went drop by drop was emptying the ocean. Did she get eggs because of that? No. What happened? This news spread the whole universe. One bird is trying to empty the ocean. So what happened? Garuda came to know that the biggest and the blessed bird, carrier of Lord Vishnu. He is all powerful because he is the carrier of the Lord. He came here. He told the ocean, you are giving the eggs or I now start. So ocean became terrified because Garuda is very powerful. He returned the eggs. We think ocean is only water. So no, it's a person finally. Even Lord Rama prayed to ocean personified. Therefore even Bhishma is called Ganga Putra. These are subtle things. But anyway, understand the principle here. Principle is the bird got the eggs because of not her effort, because of Garuda's mercy. Her effort only attracted mercy of. So you want to follow even basic rule and regulation, you cannot follow in this crazy Kali Yuga. It is, atmosphere is so vicious. Where in Bombay, when somebody is taking action to close the night, drinking, and they had a protest march. Why that fellow is spoiling our night life? Protest march. Big protest march, whole Bombay was there. And politicians saying correct, and their film stars are saying correct. We should be allowed to drink. If we can vote, we should drink also. We should be given the choice to drink. Just imagine. So this is very difficult. So Niyama in such an atmosphere for a person where all the heroes or all the ideals, so-called leaders of societies are so degraded, how will we follow? Because we have a tendency to break, and we see leaders are breaking, we will also break. Correct? So it's very difficult in this condition. Therefore, sincerely try. Krishna will definitely give you the strength. Devi esha kadamai mamaya duratya. You cannot overcome. Mameviya prapandita. Take my shelter. I will give you the strength. Niyamagraha. So there is another Niyamagraha Prabhupada is talked about here. Niyama agraha and Niyama agraha are different things. Agraha means eager to follow, eagerness to follow. Agraha means rejecting to follow. Niyama agraha. So Niyama agraha people is not correct. And agraha also, there is craziness should not go. Essence we should know. Just like Ekadashi it is there. Essence is that day we should save more time for chanting the Lord's holy name. And it don't touch grains. Some people do nirjal. But if doing nirjal means you do not do service that day, then better eat some fruits and do your Ekadashi. Like that. So in that way we should properly, acharyas know how to adjust properly. But sometimes what happens, so many rules and regulations are there. We should be careful. We should know the essence and follow. Like those Yagni Brahmanas, they were offering bhoga to the homa. Krishna Balaram sent boys, we want all the food, please send immediately. Those Brahmanas forgot the essence. They're only busy with the niyama. Their food is being cooked, their wives are cooking. They're saying, no, this food has to be offered to the homa. But sir, homa, it goes to whom? It is offered to Krishna. Krishna has sent somebody, please give me this food. They say, we will not give. Then you forgot why this food is being cooked. So sometimes if you do not know the meaning of something, you crazily follow the rules and regulations. So you follow rules and regulations, knowing why I am following rules and regulations. Otherwise you will forget the purpose. So astyahara prayasasa prajalpa niyamagraha janasanga. Do not waste time. Janasanga you get through TV, through internet, through all kind of gossiping. So our mobile is also janasanga only. People have no interest in their life to serve Krishna. People are not interested to make their life perfect. Their only interest is Cats and dogs eat and sleep. These people we should be careful because they can infect us also. Suppose somebody is infected with, say, swine flu. Now it has started again. You will be careful to be near it. So don't be proud. Pride precedes a fall down. If friends are drunkards or woman hunters or into all vices, it's not that you don't deal with them, but you're careful. Be careful. Just like a doctor, you deal with the patient, but you're careful. So we should have, we should be careful when dealing with such people who are addicted to vices, because we can also slide. We should be. Don't take for granted. Astihara prayasasa prajalpaniya mahagra janasangasya lawalya. We should not be greedy for mundane achievement. Mundane achievement, these people, they make this achievement. This you should have, this some crazy landmarks people make in this world for success. When that is there, people go, oh, you have that. Don't be lost. Your achievement is consciousness. The more pure your consciousness is, more realizations of glories of Krishna have started touching your heart, more you should consider your life success. Therefore, all the acharyas pray, my only position is to lotus feet of Krishna. If I get that, I'm successful. In any condition in life, you will not be disturbed. Prahlad Maharaj is so happy already. His father was actually shocked. He was trying to kill him. The child was always blissful and confused. He said, why is not frightened only of me? He asked this child question. How are you not even frightened of me? Even Devatas, when Hiranyakashipu used to look, Indra used to shake with fear. Indra is so powerful, Devata. And Devatas were every day coming and offering prayers to him. And we don't know what prayer, somebody guessed they have to only offer prayer. Mahabhogi. What Mahayogi? Mahabhogi, whatever you say. Mahakapati, whatever. Nothing good he could offer. He was forcing. Even Narad Muni had to offer prayers to him. That is also there. Everybody had to come in queue and offer prayer. That was the position he was having. And everybody was scared of him. But this Prahlad Maharaj is fearless. In his house he is sitting and he is every day trying to kill him. And he is sitting peacefully. Why? Volume. He does not want to achieve anything material. And he knows that a real achievement he cannot take. Therefore Prabhupada says Krishna consciousness is so beautiful. Material thing, if you don't get, you are in trouble. If you get, then also you are in trouble. Suppose I desire a lot of money. When I don't have, I am in trouble. When I get, I am still in trouble. I have a tension. They say when you have little money, income tax people get after you. When you have more money, underworld people start running after you. This is the reality of this world. So you have problem either way. You don't have or you have. Material world is such a situation. You are always worried it will be taken away. And sometimes it goes also then consciously. But Krishna consciousness, you get, nobody can take it away. Just have it and enjoy. Like Prahlad Maharaj. His father could not do anything. Therefore, a devotee is very peaceful. He knows I have got something which nobody can take away. And that is the only thing he asks Krishna. When he prays to Krishna, Krishna, if you want, like Prabhupada also says in his prayer to his spiritual master, that I have no hope of salvation. And we cannot pray like that. And neither I am on that platform. That's I'm repeating Prabhupada's word. He says that we have no hope of salvation for millions of births. But with all humility at our command, we bow down to you. Let us not forget the lotus feet of the Lord. This is only thing Lord devotees pray. What does he pray? Let me not forget. Lord, some faith I got. We don't have faith like an acharya. We don't have. Prabhupada, every second, how do you know somebody is faith? Look at him. Every second is trying to please Krishna. That shows faith. Prabhupada said, don't go by ecstasies. Some tears are coming, some hairs are raised. They have to leave. That is very late. First watch that man. Is he every second engaged in glorifying Krishna? Yes, honor him. This is extraordinary. If this somebody is doing extraordinary, honor him. Correct? What is our condition? Now we will say Krishna is very great. After that, we get out from asana, we forget Krishna. This is our condition. Acharya, 1 second. Prabhupada's disciples said that is what was astonishing to us. 1 second. Every second. Even his conversations. Every line you can take and keep meditating on that. Every second absorbed. This is the first platform you can understand Sthai Bhava. Nectar devotion refers to the Sthai Bhava. When devotee advances, he comes to this planet. Sthai Bhava. His attachment to Krishna is steady. Every moment is absorbed in Krishna's lotus. Okay, so these are beautiful advices given by Rupa Goswami. Prabhupada says, so many angles. Now that you have to read purport. It's a long purport. So many angles our life can be benefited if we take advantage of this instructions. Srila Prabhupada ki, Rupa Goswami ki.